Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to another Disney Sorcerer's Arena video. In this video, we're going to show you how to master Tower 5, the characters and spells that I'm using in order to clear that tower, and each and every battle that goes along with it, and what to watch out for. So, lots to go over, but first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel, and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back to the channel. Now, just a couple of reminders. Join us on Discord. We have over 500 members there talking about Looney Tunes in Disney Sorcerer's Arena, sharing strategies, tips, and just hanging out and talking about the games that we love to play. Also, I Twitch every Saturday, so definitely come out and hang out and join us as we play the game and just talk about pretty much anything. All the links and everything are in the description below. So, let's go ahead and start here. Now let's take a look at the collection and talk about the characters that I use. So I use 13 characters and 3 spells. We do have a spell rework coming that's going to change that. We will discuss that as we move up the tower as well. So it is these first 3, pretty much these first 3 rows here. So that top row, the second row minus Davy Jones. I do swap them in and out sometimes just to add a little bit of variety. And then on this bottom row here, Scar, Merida, Ariel, and Manticore there. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the tower, starting on the very first floor. Now, going through these different battles, you only really change up the team a few different times, maybe swapping somebody out here and there as you're going through it. One thing to keep in mind are the enemies that you're going up against. There's a couple that I'm going to specifically point out because they either do quite a bit of damage or they like to dispel stuff. So let's go ahead. We've got this first battle. So it's Wilds, Kingdom, and Wilds. We need at least one Wild, so I'll automatically put that second Wilds in there. And before I forget to mention, this will be a pretty lengthy video, so I will have timestamps below for each battle if there's a specific battle that you want to see and kind of how I work through that. All right, so let's go in here. Now, typically, this is how I start the first... Where is she? There she is. This is how I start the first battle with this team right here. Now, I will usually bring in Wild Imagination and the Golden Hammer. Wild Imagination is getting quite a bit of a rework where the AoE heal block and continuous damage is no longer AoE. It's only going to affect the primary target with the possibility to affect adjacent targets depending on the number of Toy Story characters that you have. So it is becoming more specific to the Toy Story team. So yeah, I'm bringing this down to actually 2 spells right now that I'm going to be working on. Also, the hammer is working a little bit different, but I don't really use it for the speed up. That's always a nice thing, but really I use it for the heal and the revive. So, and then now I'm just going to go with the direct damage spell, which is the claw. Nice AoE damage. And those are the 2 spells we're going to use throughout the entire tower. And that actually eliminates an issue with one of the enemies that we come up against. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. These first few battles are are pretty quick and just full-on damage for the most part. And the biggest thing... Oh, I need to take it off auto there. The biggest thing to keep in mind specifically for this is first the number of rounds, because it allows you to do some extra stuff that you typically wouldn't do to prepare for that next wave. And also their speed bars. Their speed bars, pay really close attention to that, because as you knock them out, you'll have more opportunity to hit on your side of the team as you knock them out. So this is pretty quick here. We are just going to go ahead and use, actually, we're going to do this. Aladdin took a little bit of damage, so we're going to give him a little bit of health back right there. We're going to use the carpet, and then we're going to go ahead and get rid of her right now. There we go. Pretty quick for the first battle. The first few go pretty quick. Nothing really specific to call out for this one. Now for this next one, or for that last one, this next one is really these things right here. These fairy folk, because they, as soon as they get a negative effect, they will typically cleanse themselves, and then they'll get an evade, which is where I would typically swap out and put the claw in there when I would have a Wild Imagination, but since we have straight up claw, we're not too worried about that. We're going to use the exact same team. All right. So we are going to, let's see, who do we have coming up first? We got this one, so we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to get an extra, well, actually, we're going to do the defense down here. And the carpet. Then we're going to bring down the claw. See, and that took care of everybody that had those, the turn meter that was coming up. So let's go ahead. Who's coming up next? This guy's coming up next as far as turn meter. So let's do what we can there. And we're going to see if we can just get rid of everybody here pretty quick. There we go. And we're going to do good. I'm going to just use the hammer because I can. See if anybody needed any health. And then we're going to go ahead and take care of this one. And there we go. Now, this next one requires a mythical, and this is where we're going to bring in Hades. Nobody really specific to call out here except for Sally right there. So we're going to go in here. It's going to be the same team. Boom. Right there. And let's bring this guy down here and go in. Now, also, one thing to remember, too, as you're working through the tower, if RNG is not in your favor, something doesn't go right, you lose a character that you really didn't intend to lose, or you make a mistake in battle, it's okay to just hit forfeit, go back out, restart that battle with your characters. At least for the time being, that's an option. Hopefully that continues to stay an option, because you know, sometimes it doesn't go your way right away. All right, here we go. All right, for here specifically, we're going to start off, we're going to slow everybody down wherever we can, and we didn't get it. And then we're going to go ahead and do some huge damage here. All right, so with that, I'm actually going to save my spell right now. And I'm going to use this. All right, now I am going to use the hammer. I want to use the hammer because I want to get some health back to Hades. Also, as I continue to rack up damage, the hammer is going to start to refill. So let's go ahead. I am going to taunt, actually. It should wipe this out so that I have my taunt for round 2. So now for here, I am going to focus a little bit on Sally first. I'm going to bring down the claw. And then beat Sally with the broom here a little bit. Sorry, Sally. All right. Now, next speed bar is going to be here. So let's do this. And then we bring Hades out to do some huge damage. And we bring the claw back down. And I really wish that we... let's see, let's try and do one. There was not enough to bring the claw up, unfortunately, so we're just going to finish off with that. Now, as we get to battle number 4, this is where we get into a really fun team that I like playing around with. And this is the team that I like using here. I do use the exact same spells. The spells are not going to change throughout the entire tower. I like this team here. There's quite a bit of healing. We have some purging. We have some nice damage. We've got some taunting. We have charming. We've got a ton of cool stuff here with this team. It's a very utility heavy team and works really well. I also like Ariel's leader here, where you get additional health, so it just kind of helps out. All right, we get a charm right off the bat. Who's coming up first? It's this one here, so let's do that. Love it when we get the double charm. Don't always get it, though. All right, there we go with that. Now we're going to bring this down. Who's coming up next? Back here, right? So let's do this. There, see there? There's that cleanse with the 2 evade, and they do quite a bit of damage there. So luckily we have Luckily, we have the hammer for some healing, and we also have Dr. Facilier here. Let's see, and I don't like... See, that evade can get a little tough. Let's see, we have... Where is he? He's right here. Let's go. We got this guy. I'm going to go ahead and actually polymorph this guy. And then we're going to do this. Get some nice healing there. Let's see, we're probably going to end this right here, so let's go ahead. I'm going to heal. And then do this to get some additional healing. And then we're done. And everybody is back up to full health, almost. We've almost got Manticore up there. This next battle, same team. We need 2 Oceanic. That's what we had the first time. All right. Love it when we can do the charm right off the bat. We have this right here, so let's do this. And we are going to do this. Bring down the claw. Get some more healing there, especially for Manticore, since she took a little bit of a beating last time. See, look at that damage. We're going to be okay here, so we are going to heal her. And we're going to polymorph that guy. There we go. And we will be okay. Let's do a healing here. And let's just bring the claw down to finish it. There we go. Now, Manticore's not doing too hot right now, but that's okay. Alright, so for this next battle, pretty much, it is the same team. So we're going to just take this team right on into battle. Alright, so let's see who we're going to start out first with. We have a skeleton coming up right back here, so let's charm him. And we got the 2 charm, which is awesome. That's really going to help this first round here. Let's see, who's going to come up next after them? It's Ashley over here, right? Okay, there we go there. Who's coming up next? That skeleton in the back. So let's do this. And this. Should get nice crit there. There we go. That worked out really well. I am going to use Ariel's heal, actually, because we've got some time since we have a second battle coming. Now, in this battle here, I still have a taunt on Manticore, but I also have a charge there, so I can do a stun, and that's what we're going to do right back here. Then we're going to bring these guys down. Now we got to wait for things to charge a little bit, so we'll see what happens here. She's going to go pretty quick here, right? So I'm going to go to this guy here. And then got that charm, which works out nice. All right, that worked out pretty well. So we're going to get a heal here. So that worked out well. And we have this guy. What do I want to do, though? Get rid of him pretty quick, right? All right, here we go. Some more healing. We purged that taunt that he was. Let's see. Let's go over to this guy here. That worked out. All right, perfect. All right, let's start picking everybody off here. Let's see. What is that again? That is the Undefeatable, right? Yeah, affected character's health cannot be lower than 1. Now, that's something that's going to change as well. But we're not using that right now because we've got her health up there pretty good. We're actually going to do this. Give her Vampire. And get rid of him. This is our last battle on this one, so we'll get that charm in, which worked out pretty well for us. And then that's pretty much it. We'll just get healing for everybody. Who's going to come up? You're going to come up. And there we go. All right, we are on the back half of this now. Now we're going to change up just a little bit once we get past level 7 here. Level 7 is pretty much the same. Once we hit 8, then we can bring the kingdom team and everything back in. So let's go back here. We got all these fairy folk. Same team. All right, and we've got just one battle here, so we're going to go ahead and do the charm. We got a double charm, which is nice. It's nice that they can't cleanse that. Aha, look at that damage there. Let's see, I'm going to actually use this on Hades. Let's get this going. And then, let's see, who's coming up? You're coming up there, so let's do this. And let's see if we can get rid of this whole front row here. We did. See what we can do to that back row. Let's see. See if that should take him out, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna get some healing back. Bring this down. Now we are almost done. I think, if I remember correctly, I think we're almost done with Manticore. All right, so this is how I changed the team up a little bit on this one. I pull Mickey out and I put Scar in there. Okay, so we got a snake over here to get going first. Let's bring that carpet in. Alright, so with that, we are going to get some healing in. I'm going to save on the claw right now. Bring out some hyenas. And I'm going to save on the taunt. Now, the hyenas, Scar works really well with the continuous damage, which is why Hades is there. Now, this team, the hammer really comes in handy here because this team doesn't have any healing. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have... I think that back row's coming up, right? I think it's that one there. No, I am going to do this blind on that one. Now this is where it does get pretty difficult to manage everything because they do quite a bit of damage and the healing is limited here. We are going to do this. And bring everybody. Let's bring the claw down. And we are going to stun or get rid of that snake. We got rid of 3 of them actually, which worked out really well. Now we got a charm on Scar. That's where you got to watch out for these monkey guys back there. But we should be okay. There we go. And then we'll continue to use this team. If I lose somebody, I'll bring somebody different in. But we'll continue to use this team through Tower 9 here and 10. And then we're going to switch back to that Tower team. And we do make a few changes up towards the end on that final battle. All right, so we've got, let's see. Let's get this snake going. All right, we're going to bring some, well, hold on. Before we do that, let's bring some more damage down. We're going to bring the hyenas out because we're going to try and get some continuous damage up here to help. And let's get some healing back. Now I have a snake coming up right there. So let's see if we can stun or get rid of both of them. And we can get rid of both of them, which is great. Bring down the claw. And where's the snake? We have that snake, right? Now hopefully, if this doesn't take him out, when the turn comes up, you want to play to the continuous damage. But when the turn comes up, he'll just fall over. Or there's enough support there to take him out. And both of these guys are pretty much going to fall over when it's their turn. So we can just do some basic attacks. There we go. And here we go with battle, battle 10. We have two rounds here to go on this one. I have Mordu and Scar pretty low, and we need two Wilds characters. So sometimes I can get here and they're just fine. Other times I do need to swap them out. So now I'm going to swap Mordu out for Kristoff, and I'm going to swap Scar out for Merida here. All right, so who do we have coming up? This guy right here. And let's slow everybody down. The key is to make sure that I keep Hades safe. He needs to make it all the way to the end. Alright, so with this, I think I messed up on that one, but we'll see. We got that charm on Kristoff over there. We do have this crit on Hades, so let's see if we can take that back row out. Alright. There we go. Well, that charm wasn't nice, was it? Let's see, back here. Then we're going to do some healing here. That went on Hades, which was good. And then we've got some extra damage we can do over here. All right, and now with battle number 11 here, we go back to this team. What's kind of hindering me here is the requirement for 2 mythical, so that's why I have Manticore here. All right, love the charm. Can we double charm? We did. Nice. Okay. Now the key is I want to try and get rid of these guys as quickly as I can. And I'm going to charm that guy right there. Or polymorph him. I am going to save my AoE right now. No, I think we'll be okay. So let's do this. Should be okay for the next one. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to save the claw here. This guy should just taunt. Then now we can pick him off. We will go ahead and do the heal now, so that we can do it again for the next battle, for the next phase. Alright, we are going to go ahead and start off with doing as much damage as possible here. We also need to start working on this skeleton here in the middle. Put the taunt and the vampirism over there. Heal up, and just do this. Time to charm. Oh, and I can't. Hopefully I get a double charm here. Did not. Now we have 2 taunts we have to worry about. I get this guy here close so that when his turn comes up, we should be able... He should just fall over. There he goes. Now, Manticore, I don't need her after this, but we are hopefully going to... be okay. There we go. We have a polymorph coming up, and we are actually going to go ahead and use it, because that could be devastating, the damage that this guy does. And we're going to stun this guy. There we go. Now we just heal everybody up. Let's go ahead and use this. I'm not going to use the hammer. I don't need it to bring Manticore back up. So for 12, we have 1 battle here with this team, and having Sally here now helps with that second mythical that we're needed. Whereas if I had Manticore, I'd probably still use her. But I really wanted to bring Kristoff in and get him healed up, so that's why he's here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the charm. Let's see. We're going to give Hades the crit. And help out here. Let's see. We're going to put this person to sleep here. Boom. Do some nice AoE damage. We got 2 battles to get through here. Did I say 1? Yeah, we have 2. Let's get... this guy, Paul. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Oh, well. We got rid of both of them anyway. We're going to bring out the troll. I ended up bringing out so many trolls up on this later area here. These later battles. I'm going to save the claw. Give Kristoff some vampirism, right? What's that called again? Yeah, life drain. I always call it vampirism. There we go. All right. All right, so we are, let's see, what do we have coming up? I'm actually going to get another troll out here first. He's already... We have this guy popping up. That guy should just do a crit on himself, right? No, he did some pretty good damage. And it was to a troll, which is okay. Now let's bring this down. And the skeleton guy back there. We got a double charm, very nice. And with Sally, we're gonna do this right here. I'm hoping that troll actually gets taken out. I should put a taunt on him. Let's see. There we go. That worked out pretty nice. Let's do this. Hades is coming up. Every little bit helps on these heals, I tell ya. See what we got here coming up. Okay. This guy over here, do we have a taunt? We do. So we're just going to go ahead and put him to sleep. Nice crit there. There we go. Who do we have coming up? We have Hades coming up, don't we? But we have a polymorph. So let's work on these guys. There we go. And this is the second battle. I'm not worried about too much here, so let's do this. Let's do Hades. Hopefully he misses here. Yep, that was awesome. Let's give him some life drain. Charm this guy. There we go. And just get as many heals as we can in here. And now we are on to the final tower, which we use the exact same team for. And here we go. So again, I don't use the Wild Imagination because we have a change coming up with that, and these guys here typically evaded anyway, so these are the two spells that I have typically used for the final battle. Let's go ahead and, let's see, this guy should go first, right? Let's do this. Actually give it to Jack Skellington this time, because his barrage coming up. Okay, who's coming up? The guy in the back there, right? But he's going to taunt. I'm not going to get rid of him just yet. So who's coming up? This guy is. But we'll do this to that guy, because this should take care of that. Now it's all about RNG and tactics from here on out. So let's go ahead and get a heal going. Might as well give this to him. Alright, let's try and just use basics from here on out. So what do we want to do here? Yeah, we're just going to do this. So I think here we probably did take advantage of the hammer's undefeatable on Kristoff right there. So something to keep in mind next time you when you run through this. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna end up bringing Kristoff back here, I'm sure. Who's coming up? You are. Go. Well, that wasn't nice. Okay, so let's do. Don't have a taunt up, right? Let's take you down. Who's coming up? There. Give him some life drain. And put her to sleep. We should be set up nicely for round 3. So I'm going to save that. We already got the taunt up. Hopefully we get Jack here back in a minute. And I do call out quite a few trolls. Actually, let's save that. All right, here we go. Let's bring back Jack. And we're just going to bring this down. Wrap this up. Do we have the top? We don't. There we go there. Just chipping away here. But we got this final round coming up. Now we'll do this. So that can start to charge again. And we got one more spot for a troll. These guys just need to do a little bit more damage here. Actually, yeah, that's not going to happen. There we go. Final round. Who do we have coming up? These guys here. Let's go ahead and polymorph you. All right. So we're going to do this. Oh, I wasted that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He has the heal block over there, and I didn't notice it before I hit that. So we wasted the hammer, but that's... Hopefully that's going to be okay. Got a double charm there. We're also going to bring this out. And Hades. And then a whole lot of this. Put it on this guy. Since Kristoff has that heal block. Alright, now let's do this. Alright. Alright. Kristoff went down. That's okay. Who's coming up? I think this guy's going to be coming up. Let's see what we can do about this this front row here. Worked out pretty nice. Let's bring this down. And we're done. We did lose Kristoff, but that's okay. And there you go, everybody. That's what I had to show you today. There is 13 different characters on the teams that I'm using and 2 spells throughout the entire tower. Sometimes it can go a little bit slow, but as you kind of work through this, you can work some other characters in here. You can use other wild characters that does some good damage for that beginning part if you have a good substitute for Scar, or if you don't have Scar, then you've got Merida and Kristoff in there, both easily farmable. Every character on this team is easily farmable except for 2 because they are required for events. The first one is Scar and the second one is Manticore. So let's just go ahead and take a look at my roster here again, just to show you where I have them. Everybody, with the exception of 3, I believe, are at 7-star in Gear Tier 6. And that is Merida, Manticore, and Sally. Oh, and Scar, as far as less than a 7-star level. Everybody else is a Gear Tier 6 except for Sally and Ariel. But that's where everybody is. Works pretty well for me in the tower as I get them to enchantment tier 7. The tower is obviously going to become easier. We also have the event towers coming. But that right there is how I complete Tower 5 in the Towers of Endurance. I hope that helps you. If you have any other tactics or any other teams that you would recommend in the tower, definitely leave them in the comment section below. And as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.